The gluteals are a group of muscles that surround the hip and basically form your backside. They get lots of attention, media attention. You must strengthen your glutes. You have got to have good glutes. It's good if you have good glutes because of the way they look as well. But why would they be weak in the first place? You might be someone who does lots of activity, but it doesn't necessarily mean your glutes are strong. And that is because the way we live our lives is that we sit for long periods of time, whether it be driving, whether it be sitting on chairs or sitting after work. And even if we're active and we're walking and running, those activities are in the singular plane, they're in the frontal plane. It doesn't necessarily work, particularly the glutes that are on the outside of our hips, and they help to stabilize the pelvis. And so having strong glutes can help to keep you stable and actually can have a really good effect on your balance and the stability of your legs further down the chain, which basically means you're less likely to have injuries around the knees and the ankles if you've got good strong glutes. And not to mention that actually it supports your lower back as well. So this is why we love the glutes. And as an expert physiotherapist, which is what I am, I instruct people on how to strengthen their glutes all the time. I'm going to give you in a moment my 5 exercise routine for your glutes. And it is surprising how weak they can be, even to people who are really athletic. So give it a go. We're going to do one set of exercises on one side, and then you repeat the same exercises on the other side to make sure both sides of your glutes are nice and strong. And hopefully over time, you will notice that you start to get much stronger in those muscles. The exercises become easier and it's a really beneficial thing to do. So let's get on with those exercises now. Okay, so what we're going to do is run through our exercises, really straightforward. And of course, you should never do exercises if it causes pain. Now, I do anticipate by doing these exercises, you feel an ache in your muscle, but that's very different to an increasingly worse pain. Now, what we're going to do first of all is lie down on our side with our knees slightly bent. And what this is going to do is it's going to basically work the right side, the uppermost side mostly. So we're going to do the simple clam exercise to begin with. So 10 repetitions of opening and closing, keeping our heels together, lower down, and we're going to do 10 repetitions, and basically that helps to wake up the muscles on the side of the hip. Now, after we've done our 10 repetitions, and it doesn't matter how far you go, in fact, one of the things that people make a mistake doing is that if they try to go too far, the whole body rocks over, and that is a bit of a cheat. It actually makes it much easier. The same thing if your starting position is lying down on your back a little bit more, that's really easy. You've got to be really disciplined to keep your body even more slightly towards the front, slightly to more lying on your front than the back, and then you don't have to lift very far to really work that muscle. So after our 10 repetitions, we're going to do a similar movement, but this time the foot is in the air. So we're going to open and close with the foot in the air, trying to keep that very still from everywhere except the hip. And we're going to do 10 repetitions again. And clearly I need to work on my glutes because I'm finding this quite hard work. And working through our 10 repetitions, and you might start to already feel it just in the side of your hip as it's working. Now, after we've done our 10 repetitions there, we put the leg down straight and we bend simply knee to chest up and down for 10 repetitions. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you need to have a little break in between because it's aching, then just have a few seconds rest. But it's better if you can continue the process one after the other without a break. So our fourth exercise is we're going to put the leg back straight behind us, point the toes down to the floor, and then simply lift up and down for our 10 repetitions. Lifting up and down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, remember, it's not how far you lift it, it's simply keeping everything where it should be. The mistake people make with this often is they're having their leg too far forward. We want the toes pointing towards the floor and lifting up and down from there, with the leg slightly back behind. So that's number 4. And number 5 is we put the leg out in front and we simply lift the leg up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm feeling it, 9 and 10. And then rest. And that is a simple exercise regime which we'll do on both sides to keep those lateral glutes nice and strong, which helps us in all the ways that we talked about earlier. Hope that was helpful. All the best.